What's going on?
Yo,
People, my brother, how you feeling?
Hey, I'm feeling good, man.
Well, hey, I want to welcome everybody in to Who the Fuck Asked You podcast.
Yeah.
I'm Mario Doremus, and with me, my brother from another mother. What's going on, Skool? How you feeling?
What's happening, brother? What's happening? Glad to be here as always, man. Hey, gotta apologize to the people for the technical difficulties, but we back, baby. We back.
Hey, anything that's great is worth waiting for. That's what they always say.
Come on, man. Like LeBron's 5th ring, huh?
Yeah. Hey, better late than never is the motto. But we got a special episode for him today. And if you were in tune last episode, we went over Wild Wild West, which was one of the movies that we talked about that you love that other people hate. This week,
everybody hates. See, Mike.
This week we'll be recapping and talking about a classic, a cultural classic to some, to
you, nigga.
But to me, definitely. And that is Nick Cannon's movie, UnderclASSman. And this is actually your first watch. So I'm excited to see how kind of get your reaction to it. Because I spoke highly of the movie towards the end of the last episode. And
you spoke very highly.
So I'm looking forward to that. But I want to give a shout out. I want to start out by giving a shout out to everybody under the Culture Garden umbrella.
Yeah.
Shout out Rich. Shout out Ray P.
Yeah.
I want to shout out Childish Grown Ups podcast as a whole.
That's our cousin.
We did some. We did a special episode with them. So make sure y'all go check that out too.
Yes. Part 2 coming soon, hopefully.
Yeah,
hopefully.
I'm hoping so because I feel like it was a lot on the table.
Man, I told you we was gonna be there for 8 hours if we'd just that shit was wild.
But I'm looking forward to this episode. We got to talk about UnderclASSman. It was if you haven't seen it, it is a movie by Nick Cannon back in the early 2000s, 2005. So this was really this was when he was really peaking.
All right, man. Listen, this is your story, man.
No, he was really peaking around that time. You got to think, Love Don't Come Out, Drumline, and I really feel like this was his opportunity to really capture and get in like deep dive into acting. And I really felt like that's what UnderclASSman. It was supposed to be bigger than it was, and we'll talk about kind of the shortcomings as we talk about it throughout the episode. But basically, Nick Cannon is came out 2005. Yeah. But the whole synopsis of the movie is young bike cop whose father was a cop and his father was a cop. So it's generational cop here. Third generation cop. And he's looking to become a detective and take on bigger cases outside of being a bike cop.
Yeah.
22 years old, world in front of him, but he's really looking to kind of follow in his father's footsteps. So he gets an assignment to go undercover at a high school, similar to movies that a movie you may have seen that was recreated recently in 21 Jump Street.
Yep. It's funny that it's funny you said 22 years old. You know what that makes me think of?
For 22 Jump Street.
No, 22 years old ain't got a mark on my body.
Oh, yeah. Hey,
that was our shit, boy.
Nah. Shout out to Ali.
Yeah. Shout out to Ali for sure.
But we can go through the cast. Nick Cannon plays Tracy Stokes, also known as Trey in the movie. He's the main character. And then you got Rosalind Sanchez, who is the Spanish teacher, Karen Lopez. You got Cheech Marin, who's Captain Victor Delgado.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Cheech Marin also.
Legend.
Yeah.
Legend.
You got Ian Gomez, who plays Detective Galecki, which I felt like he was a underrated, super underrated part of the movie. Sean Ashmore plays Rob Donovan. Adrian Young plays Jose. Hugh Bonneville plays Headmaster Felix Powers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And Johnny Lewis plays Alex Jeffries or Alexander Jeffries. But you know,
who was the other detective? What's her name? The Asian lady. She's from BMF. That's where I know her from.
her real name?
Yeah, she was the other detective, right?
Yeah, she was. Well, she wasn't a detective. She was working in the admin. Like she worked in the office. So you remember there was the lady. Remember she played like when he was on the phone with his teacher with Miss Lopez.
Yeah, her.
Yeah.
Yeah, detective. She was on the stakeout with Galecki.
Well, I didn't know if she was a detective or not because when I saw her, like originally, I always kind of got like more of the administrative role from her.
Mm-hmm. She was on the stakeout with Galecki when your boy had his party. But again, that doesn't matter. I just wanted to shout her out for BMF. She's definitely a better actress than these parts that she be getting. That's all I wanted to say.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you know what's crazy? I actually never seen BMF.
I could tell because you ain't know who I was talking about. But yeah, she's in BMF. Yeah, man, she was good in that.
Is BMF up there with Power?
Hell no. BMF is anyway, we ain't gonna talk about it. BMF, the acting on there is horrible, man. So, but
the movie released in 2005 and the box office didn't love it. It didn't love UnderclASSman. You know, but at the time, am I surprised? I don't know. 05 had some heavy hitters. It was some decent movies came out in 05.
It did.
A lot of great things came out in 05.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Music included.
I would say you know, like you saying that the box office wasn't very nice to it. $25 million budget. Made 5. I think 5.6.
Yeah, gross 5.6.
That's horrible. If you know anything about movies, the studios at least want to make their money back, you know. So a win for them would be 25. You know, 30 is great. You know, but of course, with anything, you in it to make money. So yeah, you know, another reason, another sign why Nick Cannon it never quite, shout out to Ray P, curled over for my guy Nick Cannon in the movie. So
Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 6%.
That's one of the lowest. It's one of their lowest ratings ever, man. This movie is listen, man, I'm ready, man, because I can't wait to answer some of these questions. Like you said, 05 was a great year. I don't know if I wrote down any movies from 05, but I know there's better movies than this in 05. So
yeah, it was better movies in 05. But
did you rewatch this?
I did.
This? Okay, because I'm curious. I'm curious personally. When's the last time before this that you watched it?
Probably maybe a year ago.
Okay, and you still feel the same?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just curious. All right. Well, let's get to it.
Yeah. So we get into it. So let's talk about your first impression with the movie.
Okay.
What are your first or your general thoughts on the movie from the first watch?
So I wind up watching it twice.
Okay.
First thoughts. Trash, man. shit is trash, man. I just can't. I don't want to. I don't want to lie to you, brother.
No, yeah. Give me what I'm
Listen.
saying.
It is. It's bad, bro. Like it. I probably laughed twice. I feel like Cannon was. It has potential. It's funny how if you put in, you put in the right actor with the right swag in this role, this movie would be so different and be looked at so different. But it's just can't. I just don't feel like Cannon has that to carry a movie, and this proves it.
So do you believe that it's Nick Cannon's acting, which because I will tell you, I do think that there's room for improvement in the movie, but I don't think that Nick Cannon was the issue with the movie. I think it's more so the writing versus the acting of Nick Cannon.
Well, I'm with you on the writing as well, but he also helped write this movie. So that's not helping your case. But again, I will say this, for him to be as young as he was, to actually write a movie, to help write a movie, stuff like that. Like Nick is very talented. Like I hate to sound like I'm just bashing this man, but first I tried, bro. I tried.
Oh yeah.
I tried.
That ain't my movie.
No. This your shit though. So I feel it. Like I'll say this much. I can definitely feel why you love it, like the nostalgia of it. Certain things about it for sure. Street ball being very popular during this time, like it makes sense. A lot of stuff is you had to be there to understand it. But it's a lot of shit in this movie that just for me personally, just shit that just didn't age well as well. Like, so yeah.
So let me ask you a question. So what things kind of stood out to you in the movie? Like what were the standouts? Like if we're making a like a Venn diagram of good things, bad things, what were the good things?
Good things. The good things were the good things honestly was probably the script. Definitely had potential. Just a few nicks, few cuts here. Add a few things. It could have definitely been better. Man, let me see what else. Nick Cannon being witty, he's very witty. I like that. But I don't know. I think that's about it, bro. Like,
do you think that it's all right? So let's talk about like the reality, like you know what I mean, like the realism of it, right? So do you think that it's too far fetched almost that this 22-year-old bike cop is getting this type of action? You know what I mean? Like, because I mean we don't even know how long he's been on the force. You know what I mean? Like that's one thing they talk about, obviously him being a third generation cop, and his father being really, I guess, so his father was partners with the captain when they were coming up on the, and they talk about that, so the captain, and obviously like they don't, well, obviously like his father's passed away. So the captain is kind of like his father figure in his life, but do you believe that there's almost like it's like you 22, you doing all this? It might be a little far fetched.
I don't think it's far fetched. I think it's again, I think they did a great job of playing on how young Nick Cannon looked. Not only that, the fact that it probably wasn't until 05 that I realized that Nick Cannon wasn't my age. He always seemed to be around our age.
Yeah.
And then
Because we grew up with him.
Yeah, and then somewhere along the line, he gained like 5 years on us, and it was just like, hold on, wait. I thought this nigga was, 17. So they did it again. Script, story makes sense to an extent. There are some holes, like I said. It's very realistic. I could see a situation happening like that, especially in like a rich school. That was smart. Yeah.
All right, so if we're talking about like the humor of the movie, do you feel like it was a good balance as far as action and comedy? Well, attempted comedy for you.
I think that it was too much comedy, not enough action. And the thing for me that didn't age well is the black shit. Like, there's other ways to, make niggas laugh besides that whole black shit. Like, the white boy who wants to be black, and we're at my what do you say? We at my cradle, and even Nick Cannon making a few, jokes are making points that he's black. Like, nigga, we know you black. Like, and saying certain things. Like, it's just like they were over the top with those jokes. It really was. Like, one of my favorite parts of the movie is where he said, when Nick Cannon was talking about, I'm 22 or 23 or whatever, and he said, look, I got whiskers, and Galecki was like, man, I got more hair on my ass. Nick Cannon, Trey said, why not try putting some on your head?
Yeah.
Like, that shit was hilarious to me. Like, but yeah, that was, again, it was even like when it was trying to be serious, it was, I feel like I don't want to say it was too serious, but it was trying to be too serious. Like, him talking about his dad, like that made sense. But even the scene where he finally confronts Rob and tells him he's a cop, like,
Yeah.
Okay, like, I don't know. It was just a lot of shit that just didn't make sense for me. So,
All right, so let's talk about the scenes, right? Going into the movie, they open up with
horrible.
They start out with a chase of what was him being undercover, to meet up with these guys who appeared to be boosters of some sort, but some type of criminal. But he ended up getting, like, it was like some homeless guy who came up and kind of ratted him out. So then his cover was blown, and then they go on this high speed chase, and it's on the beach, which the movie setting was cool. Like, I like the setting of the movie, like of what the location, but I feel like this should have been more of a, maybe somewhere like in a New York or Chicago type setting.
Okay,
but
I'm not mad at that.
But they go on this high speed chase on a beach, and Nick Cannon ends up, the one part I do love about this scene though is, you remember when he flipped off his bike, and then he ended up doing the famous thing that they always do in those type of movies where he takes somebody else's vehicle, like, I'm a cop, give me your car or give me your vehicle.
Yeah.
So he does that, gets on the ATV, tracks him down. How did you feel about this opening scene?
Opening scene was okay. Here's my problem with the opening scene. Again, I guess it doesn't help either that I'm just like a movie nigga. Like, one of the things that didn't help this scene for me was, And maybe it's because, and maybe that's just a sign of him being so young and not being a aged cop and knowing how to be undercover. But one thing you don't ever do undercover is he gave up too easy. You know what I'm saying? Like soon as that drunk or whatever came to him and was like, "Hey, trade, no sight," like he should have been on him, like more on him, like kicked him in his ass, like get the fuck out. Like as long as you don't shoot him or whatever, like you know what I'm saying, like just give him a little tussle to the ground, like get your drunk ass out of here, something. Like I know he tried too much cerveza or whatever he said, but which but it should have been a little bit more effort in that. Also, the throwing the toys and shit, like that shit just was corny, bro. Like, very, very corny, very corny.
And I think that might essentially, I think that might be the disconnect for you in this movie. Like Nick Cannon was just over the top corny, and I think like and that's why you said, and I think that's where you were saying like somebody with a little bit more swag, you know what I mean, to play the role. Because I mean, it's a Nick Cannon corny-esque movie, you know what I mean? Like Drumline was a little different, but again, like you said, he had a hand in writing this movie. So maybe that's maybe that's why the extra corniness is, is within the lines, you know what I mean, of the movie.
It also, I'm with you. Also, I don't think he was going for that. Like, I don't think that if we go back to 2005 and ask Nick Cannon, like, are you like, do you consider yourself corny? And if you do, are you embracing that? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm trying to think of someone. Like, I don't want to say Steph Curry, but Steph Curry a little bit. Like, I think he knows he's corny. He kind of embraces that a little bit. Like, it's certain people that,
like Russell Wilson.
Yes, like it's just certain people that's just corny, but they embrace that, and you love them for that. I feel like Nick Cannon honestly thought he was that nigga. Like, and again, I think that he really thought that he was like the next Will Smith, just going as far as the whole storyline was kind of biting Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm originally from Philadelphia. I moved in with my uncle and my dad, Pat. Like, nigga, what? Fuck out of here. This shit is, again, that shit was corny.
What did you? How did you feel? How did you feel like? Yeah, because obviously, like, so when he finally catches the bad guys, the truck blows up. It kind of ends the scene. So going to the transition to the new scene, and he is in the captain's office. He's back at the police station, and he's getting a mouthful from the captain for all the damages that that had occurred during the chase. And the captain telling him like, "Hey, you shouldn't have even been on this. You know what I mean? You handled it the wrong way. You're a bike cop." And that's when we find out, he was even doing some illegal shit.
And I think on there he talked about it too, like saying that I've been a bike cop for the past 4 years. I want to say he said 3 or 4 years.
I think it was 3 years.
So he's been a bike cop since he started. And then he made another joke that didn't age well about his kids being little people. Yeah, man. Nick just he was trying so hard, man. He was trying, man. And I'm not mad at him. You know what I mean? They give you an opportunity, take it, bro. I'm never mad at a nigga getting an opportunity. It was just so much potential there. Like, bro, it's crazy. I could see Jaleel White kind of being in this role like as a more of like a Stefan, like just turning that swag on and just being a cool ass dude. And I don't know how to explain it, but
I'm with you.
I just
I'm thinking of it right now. Like that actually wouldn't be bad though.
yeah, like it's just funny because Nick was trying, man, and I'm not mad at him for that. But we got a hell of a product out of this shit. Like this movie is something else, bro. Like so much so that I'm like, I'm surprised that the movie opened up with California Love. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
and I'm thinking to myself, like, oh shit, like, okay, shit, California Love, maybe we got something here. Like, you know, just setting the scene. We in Cali, you know, of course. But that man, listen.
See,
They probably
but see, even him saying like I'm, you know, us knowing the back when we find out the background of him being from Philadelphia, and you know what I mean. But that's why I said like this. I think the setting for this movie with him in it, like this, it should have been more of like that Chicago or even like a New York, Philadelphia, like that type of setting. I think that even changes the movie.
Yeah, but I'm not mad at the setting because when you think of rich white kids and them, especially like high school white kids, you definitely think I'm okay with New York. That's cool.
Yeah.
But California, like you definitely think California. So they're not wrong for going for that at all. The problem is they chose the wrong nigga. Like so much so that the white boys didn't respect him. Like, I mean, come on, bro. Like,
but do you feel like, oh, and you know, and then that's crazy also because I think about that when I watch this movie too. Like, usually it's the other way around. Like, especially when you really like the new black guy, and you want a few. You usually more people are like on you.
You in there?
Yeah,
you in there? You hear me?
But in this movie though, when they go to the scene of them playing basketball, like, and then he finds out about
that shit was horrible, bro. Horrible. Like, I guess Nick Cannon can't play basketball. Like, I mean, that was clearly not him hooping at all. They didn't even try. Like, that was clearly not him hooping. So much so that it almost didn't make sense, but eventually it does because of, you know, how he gets in close with the white boys. But at first you're just like, what is this? Why are they? Shit's just, and again, it was horrible. Like, it didn't make sense. Like the who made the crossover had better hoop scenes, but you know, whatever.
Hey, shout out to crossover.
So go ahead, man. What else?
So all right, with the scene of them playing basketball. So you remember the first time he was invited out, you know, to watch, or he was invited out to watch them, and then, but the thing that kind of bothers me about this scene, and I actually don't mind them even having the basketball scene because in 05, you know what I mean, like you in high school, what's one way you can connect with people, especially like at a new school, either like you playing sports or like you kind of start talking about something that, you know what I mean, you're interested in, everybody else is, right? Like,
absolutely,
you form some type of rapport.
Yep.
And especially like, and the only thing I ain't gonna say the only thing, but one of the main things that bothers me, one is it's the, and I'm not saying that it's not true because I know, but every black guy ain't got to play basketball. Every black guy ain't got to play basketball.
Facts.
You feel me? And so So then he goes in, miraculously helps them come back after being down at halftime to beat
again. So you mean to tell me this team is through the high school and niggas can just come in off the bench? Come on, man. Who wrote this shit?
I don't know if it was like a rec league that they were playing against other schools.
Stop it right now.
But they had jerseys.
They tried to make that seem like that was part of school, like because they was at school practicing. Remember, your boy Al was there early shooting. Like, come on, bro. Ain't no school had no street team. None.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here. Shit was horrible, bro.
But so he's amazing at basketball, scores 33 points, but they have an issue with him being a ball hog because he ain't passing the ball.
Which they show us earlier with the captain. That he was a ball hog, he's selfish, all great points. That's great writing to show you certain things like that. But again, not to cut you off, but that goes into what I was talking about, the bad racial tropes and shit in this movie, like the white boy that wants to be black, like they call me G-Funk, and what do you say? Those are some sick, mad basketball, whatever, angry basketball skills, man. Like, I think you mean mad basketball skill. Like, if Nick Cannon's giving you the rundown, you in bad shape, my nigga. Like, that's all I gotta say. That's it. So,
in 05,
they just ran with the tropes, instead of just. I would have respected it more if the basketball team would have been like on some, like, yo, it's a black dude, bro. Like, what are we doing? Come on. Like, that shit would have been funny to me. Like, they just would have dug in. Like, shit, why not? Shit, grab that nigga. Shit, he can play ball. Not grab that nigga, because that'd be horrible. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know what you mean.
And then again, there's scenes that don't make sense. Like, him parking in Rob's spot, I thought that Rob and them was so rough and tough that they was going to do something to the car. Which eventually, I guess, they stole it. But I don't even think that was the car they stole, was it?
Yeah, it was.
Okay, but anyway, like, I'm thinking, like, oh, shit, they about to, when he comes back to his car, it's going to be fucked up or something. Like, they just, they went away from that. Like, what was the point of making that big fuss about the parking spot besides, like, I'm Rob and I'm like, come on, bro. Just a lot of nonsense. There was other ways to do that and move the story along, and it makes sense. So,
Yeah. So they get into the scene, like, and it's really like a scramble of things, right? Where they go through these different classrooms. It shows him in class in different classrooms. But they really only connect with one of the teachers, not the headmaster, but the teachers.
Again, sorry, not to cut you off. Another thing that, and this going to what you're talking about, they also made a point of saying that he got his GED, but he didn't graduate high school.
Yep.
So it ain't gonna change shit. Like, him graduating high school is not gonna change a fucking thing. Like, yeah, you got to say you did it or whatever for your dad or blase, but your dad gone. Again, no disrespect, but I guess to say he did it, they didn't do a great job of making me feel like, besides his Spanish class, making me feel that he really was in school learning. Like, they made you understand that he learned Spanish, but that was because the teacher was hot or whatever. But other than that, they didn't make me feel like, when he asked to go back to school, where I was like, yeah, man, let him go back. He been busting his ass. Let him go back to school at least. Like, it didn't seem like he didn't take shit serious for real.
Yeah, but the ironic thing about him being like I guess, struggling with Spanish classes. Earlier in the movie, he was speaking Spanish.
The old girl said he know how to speak Spanish, and he was like, "I only speak Spanglish and all this and all that." Like, okay, Spanish is one of the hardest languages in the world to learn, and that's a language that you, bruh, he ain't learning it that quick. I know that much. So, but that's obvious that he knew it anyway because he was in an honors class. Like, I don't know if even that, like, was they trying to say that at that time maybe that wasn't cool? I don't know. I don't remember. Like, I know it's different now in 2025. Like, if you bilingual, you up there, like, period. Like, your resume is going above whoever. If you especially if you live in Cali, Florida, Arizona, and you bilingual and can speak Spanish, shit, fuck it, you in there. So it just didn't make sense. But again, hey.
So, how do you feel about Rosalind Sanchez in this movie? And do you feel like, because at times, all right, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go before I say anything.
For one, she one of the coldest out here.
Yeah.
For two, she let Trey get away with a whole lot of shit that no teacher probably should let a student get away with unless she was feeling him. So I think at the end of the movie, it would have been funny if she would have went, whoo. So those thoughts I had were okay then. You know what I mean? Because again, there's certain things that he said that was just out of pocket. Like, oh, you a freak. I'm trying to be your friend. Like, he was obviously, he was trying to hit his teacher. Like, and he was saying a few things that just was out of pocket. Walking her back to her car. Like, come on, bruh. Like, this is crazy. This is insane.
Yeah, I remember. You remember when she came to the basketball court to get him his exam? You know what I mean? And he was like, "Oh, you came to see me in my shorts?" I was like, "Whoa.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying." Even listen, I've made remarks to teachers that I probably shouldn't have, but when you make a remark to a teacher, man, you got to do it where it's one-on-one. I've also made remarks to teachers that I've been cool with in front of other students or in front of someone that, you know what I mean? And I've gotten detention. Like, damn, I thought we was cool. Like, bro, you got to watch who you saying certain shit in front of. So that's another reason why I'm just like, bro, this nigga is fooling.
Yeah.
Also, do you think it was a coincidence? Shout out to the Versus this past Saturday that he called his Master P.
Yeah.
I don't know if you think or not.
I think that was Nick. I think that was them trying to make it still be like I think that was them trying to add the blackness into the movie. Like, oh yeah, Master P. Like, oh, like it's hip. Like, nah. I mean, I get it, but nah.
Shit sad.
It just didn't. For me, that didn't fly. Like,
yeah.
And it's certain things in the movie. Like, and I was about to ask you. I was about to say, with Rosalind Sanchez, I think that it has good value. You know what I mean? Because obviously, most movies need some type of love interest. You know what I mean? Or like some type of romantic interest for the leading member or the lead role. So I think it was a good transition, but I do think it was certain spots in there where I'm like, well, for you to be undercover, you acting real non-undercover.
Exactly.
Trying to get undercovers. You feel me?
And I think that I'm with you. I agree 110%. Obviously he could not date anyone in the high school, so that's brilliant. But I thought that it would have been better if it would have been the chick that was playing his, that played his aunt or whatever.
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah.
That would have been a little bit more beneficial. I don't think they thought that all the way through either. Because again, that just didn't. Again, it didn't curl all the way over. He off the chain, bro. He off the chain. And again, it goes, bro, we know you black. What else do you have? What other jokes do you have? You know what I mean? Like, when he met the principal, like, I mean, just blackety black. And not blackety black, just trope black. Like, slapping his hand, giving him dap. Like, just like, come on, bruh. Like, none of this shit is necessary.
But I think in 05, maybe it was, though, right? Like, especially a black guy at all like a predominantly white school, even though we went to predominantly white school.
Listen, I'm okay with a few, but every joke was that. Every joke, besides Galecki, damn near every joke was race related.
Yeah. I'm there with you on that. Yeah. I do think and I think it was like after the first three, you like, oh, okay, we get it. Like,
yeah, especially when they back to back. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah,
come on, let it go. And the Murdoch nigga was hooded in Cannon. That's who should have been the detective, nigga. He should have been undercover. Shit.
But as far as the scenes go, do you have a favorite scene?
No. Do I have a favorite scene? Not really. They are good scenes though. Like, nothing is too bad. I definitely like the scene where they revealed that who the bad person is. He did a hell of a job for everything. For those, he probably had 10-15 minutes on screen. He was dope. I really enjoyed him, especially the scene where he finds out about Trey. Again, another bad thing too that this movie did. When you go undercover, what's the number one rule?
The number one rule when you're undercover?
Yeah.
I mean, don't break character.
Yeah, I'm with you there, but change your name, nigga.
Oh, yeah.
What? You still gonna be the same person? That's why I'm like, that's why the principal was able to discover and find out who the fuck you was. All he had to do was really look you up. Nigga went home and just was like, man, let me look this nigga.
But back then you got to think though, 05 is a lot different than you think in 2025. I think in 05, how easy was? I mean, you could go on the internet back then. Like, we still had the internet, but people weren't Googling people in 05 like that.
You're right. They weren't Googling people. You are absolutely 110% correct. But here's the problem. The guy has enough connections.
That's true.
To call and just ask some questions,
That's
even
true.
if it's just like he said, you got you some good people, you're well connected. Like, just all you gotta do is make a phone call, talk to this person, blase, and it accidentally slips. Like, oh, Trey, yeah, I know him, Officer Trey, such and such. Like, but if he goes by a different name, then even if he calls somebody, they're triggered automatically. Like, oh shit, Rob Smith. Oh, Rob Smith. Yes, Rob Smith. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
But if motherfuckers say you go undercover, you Mario the Raymond, nigga, I'm just gonna be like, oh, that's my nigga. But we supposed to be enemies, nigga. I'm oh shit. Like, so yeah, it just didn't. That was the number one thing for me that was wrong with this movie, is this nigga did not change his name. Like, huh? What? Who wrote this shit?
But in my 05 brain, I'm thinking like, okay, like, how easy was it to really? I mean, but at the same time, back then, if you had connections like that, you know what I mean, which some people did, if they were really into shit, you can get a private investigator.
Yeah, get them right now. They My little sister's a private investigator. Shout out to little sis, man. Shit.
Oh damn, yeah.
No, I'm being funny. She knows it. That's an inside joke between me and her. She knows what's up.
I was gonna say but yeah, you can get, back then you could get a private investigator, you know, to be like, oh, you know, hey, we got this kid at the school, such and such.
What's crazy is today you don't even need one. As long as you got a person's first name, their birth date, and maybe their phone number, you might not even need that. You can get the info in the city they live in. You can find out some shit.
You got their social media, you can get some info.
Yeah, straight up. So
it's not that hard today, but no.
And you got to think too. This dude is hustling. So you already know he can find out info because the people he's working with probably has some dirty cops in there, and they click. You know what I'm saying? Ask a couple questions. He's using his real name, so you know what I mean. They look him up. Oh yeah, the bike cop. Man, he ain't nothing to worry about. Or he undercover, and guess what? You know he gonna be undercover. This nigga's been a bike cop for 18 months or 18 years. Shit. So you being a bike cop for 4 years should let you know everything you need to know about about Trey, man. So
I do think it's certain spots of the movie where I don't necessarily care for it, but I get it. I do think, because I think like, okay, he's 22, but he's got to play a kid that's in high school, but you're not that far removed from being 17. You know what I mean? I feel like with that, because I feel like he kind of overdid it being immature, but I don't know if that was just his personality.
I think it was a lot of both, which was also speaks to what his captain was speaking on. Like, bro, you gotta grow up. Like, you gotta mature. Take accountability. That's the number one thing in this movie. I think that I got from it was just accountability. You know, I'm in recovery, and we talk about accountability a lot, and that's part of, you know, the process of accepting things and accepting accountability. Like that shit is life changing for real. Not even to be funny or corny or too serious. Like, accepting accountability is life changing. Like, it really is. So, and a lot of people who are young don't. A lot of people who are old don't. You know, and they really can't see where they are wrong. But in his defense, though, again, I think bad writing. There is no reason that they don't know that the DEA is on that case. There's no way. There's no way that the DEA is on a case for 4 months and there's no one in between them. You know what I'm saying? Saying, hey, even the guy that came to the captain seems like he's high up enough to say, now listen, you don't get into this way. Don't go this route because the DEA is working on this case. So you mean to tell me the DEA has been working on this shit and it's a secret? Like, come on, bro.
From the cops?
Yeah, like, and I think too, Trey couldn't wait to say LAPD. Like, he just couldn't. Like, he said that shit so quick. Like, LAPD, you were right. Your hunch was right. LAPD. Like, bro, chill.
Yeah.
Chill.
Yeah. So, no, I'm there with you though. I'm there with you. I think certain parts of the movie that they just wanted to get out of those scenes, so they're trying to, you know, push it. But I also think it's a lot of things that they could have left out of this movie too, which is you know, the only thing that I will say. Like, I enjoy this movie. You know what I mean? But I also know where the shortcomings are.
Yeah.
I do personally like the almost the light side of Nick Cannon in this movie, like where it is kind of like lighter, but at the same time, I think sometimes he's too over the top, like goofy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, if you're a cop, how goofy are you as a cop? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, you want to be a detective, but you not acting like you want to be a detective.
Yeah, you want to be a detective, but you're not even willing to bring in your sources. I feel like if I'm a cop, a bike cop at that, and I just so happen to come across some info where some drug dealers are going down, yes. Will you lose far as like credibility and certain things? Yes. But don't forget the captain is damn near your uncle. So he ain't gonna forget. He the nigga that's giving out the badges. So who cares? He knows that you called him and gave him that info. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of stuff that's just like, again, accountability, being young. You know, I get it, but at the same time, it's just like, bruh. You know, again, we were what, 16, 15, 16?
Yeah,
When this
15,
came
16.
out.
Yeah.
So I'm not mad at it. But it's just not, it's not entertaining, bruh. Like it's not.
So what do you before I start asking you about like the cinematography and how you felt like the movie was directed, what are some things you felt like could have made this movie better? Do you think a sidekick like in the 21 Jump Street where they have, you know what I mean, like a buddy cop movie, do you think that would help in this movie?
I don't know.
Depending upon who it is, of course.
I don't think so. I don't think you necessarily need a sidekick. I think it might have worked better from a point of view if Rosaline maybe was also a cop in a sense, or again they used I can't remember her name, but the Asian cop detective, excuse me, to be, you know,
well, she was something in the administrative office,
yeah. But I promise you, she was a detective. Because remember, your boy got caught up taking the shit on the neighbor's yard while they were still in. When Rob was still in the whip, like even that, like that is dumb. That's dumb. And I get it. You know, you want Trey character to have those small victories where he's not always the one fucking up. You know what I mean? Like, yes, I get that. But that shit's just corny. Even their moment of like sincerity is just like, you know, I get it. You know, this is whatever he said, you know, making a little joke, and it's just like, come on, bro. Like, the fat shit, like him being fat, you know, you being young. I get it. What else y'all got? I'd rather that nigga say that's why your daddy did. Nah, I'm just kidding. But yeah, like it's other ways that this movie could have been, again, so much better. Let me redo the UnderclASSman right now. We'll talk about that later. But I will definitely dig into that. And I'll talk about, you know, I was looking into it, just this type of movie was big in the 2000s, late 90s, 2000s. This type of, like you said, action comedy, out of, what is it, a person out of place type of deal. So we'll get into that too, but go ahead. What else?
So let's talk about like because we talked about like the script and, you know, things like that, but let's talk about like the how the movie was shot. Like, so how do you feel about the directing and the cinematography of the movie overall? Because I actually think that wasn't bad.
I don't think it was bad. Actually, the director, can't remember his name, but I do know that he was a music director, music video director. Excuse me. And this was, I believe, his film debut. I could be wrong about that. If it's not, it's definitely his second film. He also directed a couple of episodes of Dexter, which is one of it was at one point one of the best series on TV, and then like the last 2 seasons dropped. But now he's like a producer on big time TV. Like he's somebody now. So shout out to him. Did a decent job with what he had, especially for someone who only had music videos, who's used to the small screen in a sense. You know what I mean? Dealing with small work. So he did a great job. Cinematography was good. They caught California beautiful. But then there are some spots that are just like, when they're riding on the I keep wanting to say jet ski, whatever that thing was. There's a couple of things. He doesn't do a great job of blending the stunt double or whatever you want to call it. Like a lot of shots, even the basketball shots, are clearly not Nick Cannon. Like that's not Nick Cannon. That's not whoever that's supposed to be shooting. That is it's just bad. So where it's good, it's great. Where it's bad, it's horrible. So that's the best way I can put it.
But how did you feel about the casting in the movie overall? Did you feel like the casting was kind of on point, or if it's you? Obviously, we talked about Nick Cannon's possible replacements or who you would have had in it. But let's talk about the supporting cast. Like, do you think that they did a good job?
Yeah, absolutely. Because you want Nick. If you're doing a movie in 2005 and you want Nick Cannon to be the star, this is it. Like, I can't think of to still have, because you Cheech Moran. What is it? Moran?
Cheech Marin.
Cheech Marin, excuse me. Cheech Marin has enough fans that he's going to bring people in the seats. We know Rosalind, she gonna bring people in the seats, and so does Nick Cannon. Like those three are good enough to bring people in the theaters. Even if you don't like one, you like one of them. You know what I'm saying? Cheech was outstanding in it, of course. I haven't seen him in anything bad. Rosalind, just gorgeous, great actress, did what she could. She tried to help it. There are a lot of things that, again, just don't make sense. Like why she liked that. She liked that man. She liked that man. Talking about a woman. It's like when you start dating and why is my aunt telling you that I ain't had a date?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
It just, I think that it was just other ways to go about that, where even the kiss would have made more sense. Like obviously he asked for a phone number, she gave him a kiss on the lips, but it wasn't really it was a thanks for saving my life kiss. Like I appreciate that type of kiss. That's what that was. So
it wasn't like a call me later kiss.
Oh hell nah. And as you see, as the movie ends, like we don't even know what happens there. Like it's a lot of this. Man, listen, go ahead, man.
Yeah, but 2005, we talk about it like it is one of those movies where if you watch it today, some things won't make sense to you, but you gotta had to be there to really understand. Like guys wearing headbands while they're playing basketball, as you saw.
Everybody.
The big basketball shorts.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean, that Nick Cannon was rocking. I feel like it's a lot of good nostalgia for like an audience our age.
Mm-hmm.
in this movie, like to a, you know what I mean, like. But even if you like, if you're younger and you like, man, I wonder, you know what I mean, like, I wonder what teenagers and stuff were wearing back then. It's not a terrible movie to reference. Like,
I don't disagree with you at all, but I kind of do, because I'll say this: there are way better movies to go to.
yeah,
It's way better movies to go to.
I won't disagree with you there.
Like,
but
especially for that, to see what it really was like. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, he's pretending, per se, compared to You Got Served, where they are who they are. Like, you know what I mean? In other movies, too. So yeah, I'm with you, man. I think that, again, I can see why you like this movie. Especially if I watch this in 05, and it makes sense, bro. Like, I'm not mad at you for fucking with this movie, but I'm watching it and I'm just like, damn, Wild Wild West is an 8.6 compared to this movie, bro. Even if you have, bro, even if you do this movie in 94, and this is Will Smith's first movie ever, is the Underclassman, Will would kill this role.
I agree, but again,
I feel like Nick was just trying too hard. Like, I just do. Like, I just feel like he was just trying so hard. Like, and it feel like all he knew was black jokes and black tropes. Like, and even if he didn't write them, he was okay with it. That makes it worse. So,
and you know what's crazy about his character in this movie, like Trey,
yeah,
you know, speaking in the canon, it gives me a blend of the character he played in Love Don't Cost a Thing,
yeah,
and Devin in Drumline. Like, it's a, like, Trey is a mixture of Alvin and Devin.
Ooh, I like that. Hold on 1 second. I like that. Oh yeah. I definitely like that. I agree with that. Listen, Nick isn't a bad actor per se. I want him to give a go at this shit again. You know what I'm saying? Like, try to come back and maybe do a serious role or something. I think he wouldn't be horrible at that, because as we see with Wild and Out, like, he's very quick witted. He has the sense to do something, and I think that he's probably even a better writer, as far as like writing a movie, or even helping write a movie. But this, he should have got Keenan and Kel to help with this. Somebody, shit.
Hey, I mean, I don't necessarily, I don't feel like he did a terrible job. Again, like I said, I feel like when he was trying to really like get into the character, I think that he felt that, you know what I mean, Alvin, he played Alvin so well, and he even in Drumline, like, Nick Cannon was good, you know what I mean. But I think he felt like for this type of role, maybe if he combined the two, where it was like, I'm a little corny, but I'm kind of cool too, like, or, you know what I mean. But it almost felt like he was trying to be cool versus just being cool.
Yeah, I think he should have took the Mike Lowry way out. Think he should have just took the Mike Lowry. Just be Mike Lowry. Do your best, Mike, because you're already trying to be Will. Just go ahead and try your Mike Lowry. That's it. That's it. Because this wasn't it, brother. This wasn't it. You know. So
yeah, and they tried the whole scene in there where it was like, you know, he was like you remember when they took him to the party and you know he was dancing with the girls and probably the one of the most quotable lines from the movie is like he's like, "Hey, y'all 18, right?" And then she was like, "You put us together, we 34." You know,
that's
knowing
one of
that,
them lines, man. I don't know if that aged well.
yeah. I mean, I don't know how smooth his math is, but you know, he should have known. Like, oh,
Nah, I get it though. I get
but,
it. I ain't
yeah,
mad at it. I mean, what is he supposed to do? You know what I mean? Like he can't.
yeah,
Even that question is weird. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
I get it, but we all
In high school,
even if I'm 18, ain't nobody in here I can't really fuck with. So that's why it's like,
yeah,
why is he asking that? You know what I mean?
yeah,
Again, lot of crazy shit that happens in this movie. Even I just thought about this. The whole Murdoch situation. Like after that,
yeah,
that was it. Like he was just gone.
yeah.
Like no more Murdoch. Like I did now. You right. Scenes. Okay. I just thought about this scene. I did like the scene where he whooped on Murdoch though. Like
Okay,
I did appreciate that scene. Because there's nothing better than I know a lot of I've seen a lot of fights where one person says, I don't want to fight you. Usually when a person tells you they don't want to fight you, it's probably because they'll beat your ass. Like
yeah,
um that's the real. That's just what I've seen. But if 9 times out of 10, if a person look you in your eyes and be like, man, I ain't trying to fight you, bro. Like that's probably because they either they train with them hands, they lethal with them hands, something.
yeah,
It ain't gonna end well for you. So leave that shit alone. Walk
yeah.
away. I've
But
seen
Murdoch had that coming though.
Hmm?
He had that coming though.
Yeah, he did. And now that's another thing that I liked. I also liked that they dug into the white sport. I like that. Now that I really enjoyed about this movie was like, okay, you know basketball. All right, let me bring you to our world. Like rugby. We do this shit. Like, and in rugby, it's a team sport.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, and that shit pissed me. That was the one that really made me mad. Y'all was beating my black ass so much, I almost called Al Sharpton for a march. Like, stop it, bro. Stop it.
Yeah.
Nobody wrote that down but Nick Cannon. Nick said that. Stop it. So, and then you know we become good friends, and I'm sitting here telling you about my dad, and again he tells was that we keep saying the administrator, the detective, where he was talking about his dad and just how much he loved his dad, and he didn't I love that man, and he didn't. I don't know if he liked me or what. Damn, I can't remember. But it gets deep. Like,
See,
and I don't think.
they
Go
they
ahead.
always kind of made that like the soft spot of the movie when they talked about his dad. Like
Yeah,
every
but I
time.
think that was kind of overkill in the sense of like you don't think your dad. You think you was a disappointment to your dad because you didn't graduate high school. Like,
Yeah, you a cop. You following
nigga,
foot.
you took on his legacy. Like, you a
Yeah,
third generation cop. Like, and they don't give you a great timeline. Like, did his dad die a week after he said he dropped out of high school? Like, why would your dad be so disappointed in you? Like, we need a little bit more context. Like, they want you to feel for him, but it's hard to because I don't know much about his death. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
it seemed like he died when he was a cop. Like, not when he was like, obviously he was still alive when you was in high school, or at least he said he dropped out with like 3 weeks to go or whatever. Like,
yeah.
so I don't know, man. It's just for this movie to be what it is too fucking complicated. Shit. I'm thinking too hard, man.
Yeah.
Shit. So
But it was supposed to be one of those, you know what I mean, feel good kind of cop movies, right? Similar to like a 21 Jump Street along those lines. So let me ask you, like in comparison to other movies, not only with Nick Cannon, but other movies that are similar, like a 21 Jump Street.
I got my list. Go ahead. Let's get it.
Yeah, right. So let me go down the list and I'll ask you, do you feel like this movie is better, worse, or equal to said movies?
Go ahead.
All right. 21 Jump Street.
Is this movie better than 21 Jump Street?
I'm asking you.
Hell no.
Drumline.
Hell no.
Love Don't Cost a Thing.
Hell no.
Let me try to think of other buddy cop movies. Beverly Hills Cop.
Next. Hell no.
Let me see. What else was Paul Blart, Mall Cop?
Yes.
Better, equal, or worse?
This is better. Nah, I ain't seen Paul. I ain't seen that in a minute. It's been, like last time I seen that was literally when it first hit cable, when it dropped. But I'm still gonna say this. I'm gonna get Nick Cannon this one. Yep, this better.
But you got a list. You got a.
No, I got a list of movies that came out in 05 that were like not necessarily 05. They were before. So from 2000 2005, and I put the premise of like action comedy, buddy type, fish out of water type deal.
Okay.
And these are the ones I got. So let me ask you this. So let me ask you, Blue Street.
Which one is better?
Yeah.
Blue Street.
Okay. All right. Let me see. What else I got on this list? Drumline.
All
right. Bad Boys 2.
Bad Boys 2.
Okay. Malibu's Most Wanted.
That's a comedy. It's supposed to be funny. It's a funnier movie.
Nigga, it's a fish out of water. It's the same type of situation, comedy. He's gangster, he's black, and then he comes and gets around some real niggas, and you see like this is just who he is. You think that was them thinking that he wasn't gonna be.
I'm gonna go,
but I'll leave it off there if you don't want to answer that because
I'll answer. I'm going UnderclASSman.
Taxi.
Taxi is a great movie.
Thank you. All right. So, listen, Taxi is my shit.
Taxi is a great movie. I think
classic.
Yeah, Queen Latifah, bro. Yeah.
Classic.
That was they don't talk about that movie enough.
I might fuck with that movie more than Queen Latifah and Jimmy Fallon. You know, people. I kept reading that they was trying to do a sequel to that movie, but they couldn't get the script right, so I guess they ain't gonna do one. But that's my shit. I fucked with that movie heavy.
That was a really good movie.
Mm-hmm. So, those are just the 5 that I wrote down that were, you know. And again, you said 21 Jump Street, that's on there as well. Of course, the Rush Hours, Shanghai Noon.
Have you ever seen
Huh?
I've never seen it.
What?
With Jackie Chan and
Owen Wilson? Shit is hilarious, bro. The first one, the second one trash. Now the second one, I take this over the second Shanghai. I think it's Shanghai Nights, but Shanghai Noon. Come on, bro. Hilarious. Check it out. Sound like we doing another one. That shit's hilarious.
I've never seen that movie.
Yeah, we got to do another one then. Shanghai Noon, man, shit's great.
But overall, just when we talk about like the final product of this movie, we can talk about just what would you rate it on a scale of 1 to 10?
A point. Nah. It's 4.4 in IMDb.
That's correct.
I'm gonna give it the 4.4. I'm gonna say it's right. 4.4. I ain't gonna shit on it. Too bad.
Okay.
I done spent a iron some change shitting on it. I ain't gonna keep doing that. 4.4. It is what it is.
Okay. Like, so you think it's properly rated by IMDb?
Yeah, it's properly rated. Trash.
I personally rated it like a 6.3. 6 point.
The 6 was okay, man. You ain't had to put no point nothing. Ain't no point nothing. So I'm glad. What do you love about this movie? What brings you back? What just express to the people what it is, man.
And for me, I mean, I like the fact that the movie is like, it's not so serious. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that a lot of times in those movies, they try to get ultra serious. I do like the fact that it's goofy. Sometimes it's overly played, like I said earlier. And I feel like it's Nick Cannon trying too hard to act cool instead of just being cool. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And you can always tell when somebody's a try hard. You know what I mean? And I think that's the biggest issue for me with the movie. If he goes in with more of like that, more suave, like original suave type of appeal, I think this movie comes out a lot better. Where it's like he's forcing a lot of these jokes, and he's forcing a lot of that kind of coolness by trying to. It's one thing when you see like people of different races try to act black or overly act black, but when a black person does it, it's even worse. And I think a lot of that is in this movie. And I don't think that was the real intention. I think that Nick Cannon was like, oh yeah, people, they gonna love this. But no, we didn't love it.
Yeah.
But I also think that at the time he felt like he could do no wrong. You know what I mean? Coming off of Love Don't Cost a Thing, which is a cultural classic. Drumline did, you know what I mean, did well.
That's another cultural classic. That's a cultural classic, man. I fucks with Drumline. He got 2. Like, I'm not mad at him for the 2 that he has. One thing that's crazy is that how quickly Hollywood can change on you too. Like, and I think this is a tall tale of that. Like, Nick Cannon hasn't done
this. This was really like that point where we didn't hear from Nick Cannon for a while after this movie.
I would say so. Next thing we know, he was married to Mariah Carey, if I'm not mistaken. I feel like that. I could be wrong. I've never been really a follower of Nick Cannon's career, but I mean,
he dated. This was around the time period where he was dating Christina Milian for a while. You know what I mean? So yeah, he thought he was the man because, you know, shit. Not only, you know, hey, my girl Christina Milian. You know what I mean? Like, he was doing a lot of stuff with Nickelodeon behind the scenes, and and then I think around this time period where after, I'm pretty sure it was like 2006, him and Christina Milian kind of broke up, and then it was like we didn't hear from him for a while, and then a couple years later, Wild 'N Out comes out. He's married. You know what I mean? He goes on the whole thing where he's married to Mariah Carey.
Yeah, beefing with Eminem.
Yeah, beefing with Eminem for bizarre reasons over Mariah, I guess. But you know, and
do black people like Eminem more than they like Nick Cannon?
Yeah, I think as a rapper, yeah.
I ain't talking about as a rapper, but yeah.
At this time period, they did. Right now, I don't know. Because I feel like a lot of people like Nick Cannon now.
No, I
love Nick Cannon.
I like Nick Cannon. I liked him then. I knew who Nick Cannon was before he did. So I say it like this. It's 2025. This is my first time watching UnderclASSman because nothing about this movie appealed to me. Like, nothing. Yeah. You know what I mean? And like you said, it's 2005. Like, this movie has been done. It's been done and it's been done. And as we just listed, it's way better versions. And I didn't I didn't want to see Nick Cannon in this at all. Like I just no thanks.
Yeah.
So
and that's understandable, especially around that time, 05. I mean, shit, we were juniors in high school.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
last thing you want to do is, man, I'm not trying to watch 2 hours of this corny nigga.
Mm-hmm. And it ain't even 2 hours.
It's like hour 36, ain't it?
Yeah, but I don't want to say it feels long because it doesn't. But the second watch, as I knew what was going on and what was happening, I was like, hurry up, come on with it. Yep. Cool. Yep. That still don't make sense. That's whack. Oh, that's not funny. Like you know, it's a tough watch, man. It's a tough watch.
I don't think it's I don't think it's the tough watch if you going with no expectations. Like I went in
with no expectations, and it was a tough watch.
I go into this movie because I can literally throw this movie on and have it as background noise.
You know what I mean? Did. The second time I watched, I was playing Monopoly Go, man. I went in. Shit. Shout out to Monopoly Go, man. Keeping the niggas entertained since 2024.
But yeah, I can watch this movie just as background noise. Like it's not one of those movies where I feel one movie that you didn't mention that's really like similar to this. Well, it's like kind of like that action comedy. Low Down Dirty Shame.
Come on, man. I'm with you.
Yeah.
I don't know if that counts though.
It should.
Because fish, you gotta count the fish out of water aspect.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Not a fish out of water.
Yeah, like Blue Streak, he was a robber pretending to be a cop. Like Malibu's Most Wanted, this nigga thought he was a hood nigga. Like,
National Security too. Also came out around this time.
Okay, I'll go there. I'll give you that. Wasn't a bad movie.
No,
I'm not a big fan of.
Is it better than this?
I'd have to watch it again. They probably about if it's better, if national security is better, it's barely better. Like
because of Martin.
Yeah, Martin gives you that 5.4. But I'm not a big Steve Zohan fan or whatever his name is. I'm not a big fan of dude.
It's fair.
Yeah.
I just thought about that.
He give me racist vibes since I seen that movie.
But no, but I'm here for the. Would you rewatch?
No.
The UnderclASSman.
No. I watched it twice. I'm 36. I'm cool. I'm cool.
Not a movie that you passed on.
No thanks. But I appreciate these moments like this. And again, shout out to Rich because on the Culture Garden, we've been doing the New York Times best 100 films list of the past 25 years or whatever, and we've been watching some phenomenal movies. And then you watch a movie like this, and it's hard to take those glasses off. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But again, I try to watch the movie at least 2 to 3 times, especially that first time I'm going in, no notes, no nothing, just watching it as a casual, as a normal person. Like I'm trying to watch this movie. And again, by the 10th minute in the third black joke, I was like, all right, man, this shit's ridiculous.
You know, it's funny. Shout out to Yao on the Culture Garden. Because I always love just listening, you know what I mean? Because I consider myself like a movie fan. Like I love to watch movies and just like in TV, like you know what I mean, like
yeah,
and kind of dissect it. But y'all really like do a great job of like deep diving and you know what I mean, talking about like the directors and other stuff that they've done. Like I learned a lot just listening to y'all. You know what I mean?
Well, so I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I try to bring it to everything when it's about a movie, bring that knowledge. But it's some shit that it ain't worth it because don't nobody care.
But you know what's crazy? When y'all talking about y'all watched y'all are talking about these movies from the top 100 list.
Yeah.
You know one movie I've never seen, and it's not within the past 25 years, but I've never seen Shawshank Redemption. I've never seen it.
On that note, folks, anything else you want to say, man?
No, man, I'm glad you let me take over and host for the day and ask you questions. I appreciate you watching UnderclASSman.
Listen, without question, I think we should do this once a month, man. You pick a movie that I ain't seen, and I pick a movie you ain't seen, and we do that at least once a month, twice a month, something. We'll figure out the rotation on it. But yeah, we gotta start this because I like this. You saying you ain't seen Shanghai Noon is crazy.
Yeah,
I
never
know
seen
you
it.
gonna fuck with that. I know you gonna fuck with that heavy. So
and I was a big Jackie Chan fan too. I've seen every movie. I've seen every movie from like Rumble in the Bronx, Legend of the Drunken Monkey.
One of my favorite movie lines ever is "Oh, slow down, baby." Yeah. one of my favorite lines ever, nigga.
One those Rosa Sanchez, yeah.
To the legend, yeah. Shout out to Rosa Sanchez. And he said, "Oh, slow down, baby." Yeah, he meant that shit. That's English he ever spoke.
Hey, shout out to Jackie Chan, man.
Yeah, buddy. He ain't leaving his daughter no M's, he said. But listen, man, I'm so glad we did this. I appreciate you for wasting 3 hours of my life. Anything else you want to say, brother, before we wrap this shit up?
No, I just want to say if anybody out there get a chance, I highly encourage you to go watch UnderclASSman. It's a different type of movie, but it's a movie that you've seen before. If that's the only way that I can really explain it.
You know what pisses me off the most about this movie? I had to pay $4 to watch it. This movie has the audacity not to be on Tubi or Freevee or none of that.
This is definitely a Tubi type of movie though.
Listen, speaking of which, because I ain't get into this, the remake. If we was to remake this movie, I know I say this a lot.
In 05 or today?
Today.
Okay.
Today. You got to go drama on this, right? You go drama. And the premise of this movie is figuring out who killed his father. UnderclASSman. He's 18, fresh out of police academy, 19, fresh out of police academy, whatever, however that age shit works, whatever the youngest is, fresh out the academy, just trying to figure out who killed his father, who's corrupt, like all that little shit. He winds up having to go back to school, maybe because he's investigating something. I don't know. And somehow that shit leads to his like,
maybe
almost to the point where he doesn't even, it's not even be expected for it to lead to his dad. Like he comes to find out, like, wait a minute, the last person to really look into this was my dad. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. What if he's fresh out the police academy, which is still UnderclASSman? You could use the name, but he goes and he's working now, like being paired with the guy who used to be his father's partner. And somewhere along the lines, they found out there's a dirty cop in the unit, and they were responsible for his father's death. But we don't know who it is. So that's him. You know what I mean? He learns that along the way.
I feel like essentially we saying the same shit. But I think again, like if we're making this movie and we gotta bring in the school, the UnderclASSman, there has to be some type of way that he's in high school. And then again, you make that love interest be someone in, you know what I mean, in the or you make that DA agent another student, and they getting close to each other, and you don't know it. You know what I'm saying? Where that's almost a twist where you like, oh shit, this nigga about to fuck with this 16-year-old girl. Like he on some bullshit.
Yeah.
And then he find out like
she really a DEA agent.
Yeah. I gotta tell you something. I'm DEA. You think he a kid? You know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah. It ain't that deep because it ain't gonna happen. But
to make it a drama though, I'm running with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can even make it a series almost. Especially if you was to make, because there's a lot of series that's based around one main thing, but because it's a cop show or something else, like every 5th episode or 10th episode or whatever connects to the main point, but those other 8 are just little shit that's going on in the city or whatever it may be. So shout out to Castle. That's one of them shows. Great show. But yeah. So I just thought about that. Like that's how we do that.
You might have to pitch that to Nick Cannon. Tell him to remake it.
He ain't about to ruin my work with them corny ass jokes. Shit. Unless he accept he corny and we dig in. Pause. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm like, look, Nick, I ain't corny, my nigga, but you know, we can make it work, I guess. So,
who would you cast in 05 for that role though?
I think I said it right the first time. I think Jaleel White would be perfect.
In 2025? Or are you going back to 05 and casting him then?
In 05, I think Jaleel White would have been perfect because it just gives him a chance to stretch his legs and to get away from that, you know, that Steve Urkel trope. You're not really losing anything if it doesn't be successful, because no matter what, he's Steve Urkel forever. You know what I mean? Like, and he's done some other shows and movies and all types of shit. One of my favorites, you know, Who Made the Potato Salad, which is on Tubi. Shout out to that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, 2025, man, it's some great guys out here. I would ultimately say, I don't know his name, but the gentleman from damn, what is his name? I think it's Melvin something. He was in did you watch Snowfall?
Oh, Melvin Gregg.
Woo!
Yeah.
Greg do it, boy.
Yeah.
Especially with that drama shit. And he gonna be that tough nigga when he need to be. He gonna be, man, he can do it all, man. I fucks with him. With him.
What was his name? Starboy?
Yeah. Starboy. Yeah, Starboy had to get got.
Nah.
Starboy was acting crazy.
Hey, he was, but you know, he was a man though for a minute.
Yeah, he did his thing. So shout out to him. Shout out to his
that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at that either, man. Great show. Damn, now you really got my head buzzing. Who would be the captain? I wouldn't be mad if you just keep Cheech on. Why not?
Yeah, I thought Cheech did a good job on this movie.
Yeah, I think it would be dope, and you know, we make it drama, make it a little rated R or whatever. Yeah. He gets to stretch his legs too. Gets to a little bit more dialogue. Cuts a little bit more, you know. And then the rest of that shit just doesn't really matter, except for the female.
Yeah.
That's the only one that would really matter. And if we really trying to sell tickets, we bring in Zendaya in there. Really trying to sell them tickets, you bring Zendaya in there. You hear me? And we go.
Yeah, I can see that.
And just get this bread, because Zendaya gonna bring them out. So
I'm gonna be there.
Yeah, that should be nasty, man. That should be nasty. So Yeah, it's a lot of great young talent out there. So, you know, it is what it is. Maybe I will call Nick Cannon, man. Or maybe they'll watch this and steal our shit. Who knows? Who knows, man? You never know who watching, man.
You got to tell them that you're going to need royalties if they do that.
Nick Cannon going to be like, just because I'm corny, nigga. I'm taking all that shit. Nigga say, I got 12 kids. Hey, they ain't little people, though. Good job. All right, man. I'm out of here, man. Love you, man. It's always a pleasure doing this shit with you. The underclassman, 4.4. Damn, can't get none of my life back, can I? All right, man. I'm glad we ain't record yesterday because I was gonna say who they. I had my orange jumpsuit on. I was ready to talk big shit, and then and then we lost.
Yeah, that was some crazy shit. That was some crazy.